All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to actually go viral with organic dropshipping in 2024. So yeah, I know this is something a lot of people struggle with. You test a lot of products. Maybe you've tested like 5-10 products, but you can't go viral. One big thing is that the game is always changing. Every single week, every single month, there's new updates with every single platform. So yeah, you got to be staying up to date with that. So yeah, I'm going to be covering 4 main key points in this video. So let's get right into it. All right, starting off with number 1 is always your product. Product always comes first. It's the most important thing. So we're just going to cover that first. I would say that going viral is probably 60% product and 40% content. So that should tell you how important product is. You can have 2 separate dropshippers, one that tests super viral products but makes bad content, and then one that tests super boring products but makes super good content, and it's probably going to even out. And the person that makes the shittier content might even go more viral. And that's just because, like I said, it all comes down to product. It all comes down to wow factor. How viral is your product? How good is it? And if it's good, it's going to do the heavy lifting for you. This also means that to go viral, you need to be spending more time doing product research. I know it sounds weird. Why would I do more product research if my goal is to go viral? I know you think that you need to focus more on your content to go viral and get views, but it's actually like 60-40, like I said before. 60% product, 40% content. I know it's easy to get caught up in your content and think that's the problem, which a lot of cases it could be. You could just be making bad content, but I think probably like 90% of the time, you just have a bad product. And it's way harder to find good products than it is to get better at content. The best dropshippers don't even necessarily make the absolute best content. They just have the best product selection. But your content obviously is still important. So that's gonna lead us into number 2. The second point is obviously your content needs to be good. And what do I mean when I say good? I mean that it needs to spark some type of emotion. That's the biggest thing I see people missing out on. Your content is just, it's very like one-dimensional. There's no depth, there's no like emotion, there's nothing to it. It's just a video. In order to go viral, you need to spark some type of emotion, whether that be making someone curious with a storyline, making them emotional with a sad video, or making them super happy. Just literally anything to get them feeling emotional or intrigued or anything. For me personally, I found the most success with making emotional videos. That's just what I'm good at, but it's different for everyone. You might be good at something else. You might be able to make super good storylines that are funny or relatable or shareable, but whatever you do, you just need to focus on sparking emotion. I'm gonna throw 2 videos on the screen. The first one is just a super one-dimensional video. There's no emotion. It's just someone picking up their phone and filming a product. Versus this one, obviously they took time to pick out a storyline. It's emotional. It just makes sense. And everything is just, it all adds up to a experience. It's not just one-dimensional. There's multiple things going together, working together to make a storyline. The one part of content I want to save for last is controversy, because it's almost worthy of being its own separate thing. That's how important it is. If you go scroll on TikTok right now on your For You page, I guarantee you almost every video you see is gonna have some type of controversy. People are gonna be arguing in the comments about something. Obviously it doesn't apply to every video, but most videos, I'd say like 70% of videos have some type of controversy or some type of debates in the comments or just anything like that. When people are debating in your comments, they're literally just giving you free engagement, free comments, free watch time. Just think about all the times you've been on TikTok, you see a controversial video and you just sit there reading the comments, seeing both sides, and you just sit there for like 10-15 minutes. That's literally just boosting your watch time so much. And if you guys don't know, watch time is pretty important for going viral. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the second video I showed earlier. This has perfect controversy. You guys probably didn't catch it, but I'm gonna show it right here and kind of explain it. So I'm gonna play the video one more time. But if you can't see what the controversy is, he kind of baits the viewers into thinking that he's taking the verse out of the phone case, but actually he's like giving her an upgrade. So all the comments are like, you had me in the first half. I liked unlike so fast, like stuff like that. They're literally just giving free engagement, free comments, and probably free watch time too. So this guy did a super good job at controversy. It's a super good video for that. The one thing to keep in mind for controversy is that you can't overdo it and it has to make sense for your product. So you can't just take your product and just start squirting ketchup all over it if it doesn't make sense. You're just gonna attract kids, you're not gonna get views. People are gonna be like, what are you doing, bro? Like, it doesn't make sense. It has to match the vibe of your product and it has to make sense. So going to the third point is matching the vibe of your product, not only for controversy, but for everything. Your backgrounds, your props, your hand movements, your pacing, everything needs to be fitting the vibe of the product. I'm gonna show one of my videos for this example, but I think everything fits here perfectly. The background, the lighting, my hand movements were slow and like gentle. It fits the product. The audio is good for the product as well. So I think everything like checks out here. I have a pretty simple background, but it looks organic and it makes sense for the product. Finding the vibe of your product is kind of 50% just getting the reps in, filming with it, and then 50% just common sense and just analyzing your product. You need to be understanding what your product is, who you're targeting, what it does. Just all that stuff before you even run it. For example, the holy jar, that target audience is majority girls. So I want to play to that, kind of use a background and props that fit that aesthetic, the girly aesthetic. It's more of like a gentle and calming product. So I want to play to that strength with my audios, use more dramatic, emotional, calming audios. My audience is also probably on the older side, so they probably have a higher attention span. I can make my videos a little bit slower paced with the cuts, editing, and movements as well. And since the product is more dramatic and emotional, I decided to film with flash. It also looks more organic, but I split tested a bunch of different lightings, and flash with like Christmas lights in the background, like I showed in that video before, that's what worked best for me. So that just also comes down to testing. You need to be split testing different audios, different styles of videos for your product, and then replicate whatever works. And finding the vibe also just comes down to, like I said, getting the reps in with your product, filming, 5+ videos, 10+ videos. You're gonna get better at it naturally. You're gonna figure out what works. And that's also something you get better at with time, testing multiple products as well. So yeah, I'm getting to the fourth and final topic for this video, which if I would have done this, I would have made so much more money. So I can't stress this enough. You guys have to be doing this, which is posting on every single platform. For me personally, I only focus on TikTok and Instagram for the most part. I made most of my money from Instagram, and I really neglected YouTube and Facebook. But those platforms were making a ton of money in the organic space. By not posting, I was probably losing at like 20 to 50K in revenue. Especially with the way TikTok is going right now, where they're pushing shop more, and it's way harder to go viral. There's way more competition, way more burners on your product, and they really only want you making money if it's on shop and they're making money as well. So I see TikTok kind of dying out a lot more in the next year, but that doesn't really mean anything. We can still make a ton of money on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So you need to be posting on those platforms. That's where like 90% of your revenue is going to come from. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more videos like this. And yeah, if you learned something, want to keep learning more, I'm linked the best organic Discord down in the description below. Me, Fredo, Devin are all active in the calls, the chats, answering questions, stuff like that. And if you're more advanced and you want to check out the BSM Inner Circle, I'm linked that as well. That's just more of an advanced program. It's more one-on-one. We have better information. If you guys have any questions, I'm also going to link my Instagram in the description, and I'm going to throw up on screen right here. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.